Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to be telling you how you can improve on keyboard and mouse in Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 5. I am going to discuss simple and basic things that you can purchase or do in-game to improve as fast as possible. As always, if you guys are going to enjoy this video, please let me know by hitting that like button and subscribing for more videos just like this one. Let's get right into it. Now, for a second, picture yourself with your hands placed on a mouse. Now, chances are that you are picturing yourself gripping the mouse differently than somebody else. This is called your grip style. I'm going to be going over all three grip styles and exactly what good quality cheap mouse that you can buy that is tailored for your grip style. Now for the first grip style, we have the claw grip style, which is where your hand will seem to make a claw shape on the mouse. The mice I would recommend for this grip style is the glorious Model O. The reason I chose this mouse is because of the amazing quality and price that comes along with it. For $50, you are getting a mouse that weighs only 58 grams that also comes with super bright RGB and surprisingly amazing build quality. This is really a mouse you can't pass up on, as Glorious did have some quality control issues with the release of this mouse in the beginning, where the cable would seem to just break out of nowhere. Glorious has since corrected this by providing a cable that has a tighter knit and is skinnier than the previous shoelace design. But only for $50, this is a steal, and if you have the claw grip style, this is definitely something you should put on your Christmas list. And now for the fingertip grip, which is where you have your fingertips rested on the tips of the mouse, while your hand is mostly off the mouse. I would recommend the Razer Death Adder Elite. I recommend this mouse because it is a very light mouse and it has a bunch of positive reviews on Amazon. I know that this mouse might not be very recent, it might not be a brand new mouse, but it's still a very good high quality mouse for a very decent price. This mouse is a very good quality mouse, and the mouse is also decently light, which is something that you absolutely need for Fortnite. And the reason you need a light mouse is because you're going to be flicking your mouse around a lot, and if you want to do that without putting too much strain on your wrist, I would definitely recommend that you score this mouse if you have the fingertip grip style. And now for the palm grip style, which is where your entire hand is smothering the mouse. You guys are freaks. I don't know how you guys do that, but I would recommend the glorious Model O because it has a great shape for that, and it's just overall a great mouse. You could probably use any mouse for this kind of grip style because there ain't no gripping to it. All you gotta do is just slap your hand on the mouse and call it a day. The glorious Model O, like I mentioned earlier, has great RGB and it has an amazing build quality, and it has an upgraded cable that makes it so it just doesn't break, and it's just so good. And I definitely recommend the glorious Model O if you have the palm grip style, where you freaks like to just smother the mouse. I don't know how you find that comfortable, but you do you. Now I'm gonna make this section very short, simple, sweet, like right to the point. It's keybinds, okay? We know them, they're very subjective, but I have probably 12.5 videos talking about what keybinds you should use as a beginner keyboard and mouse player, and all the videos are actually popping up on the screen right now. If you want to check them all out, links are down below, and there is a card to one of my favorite beginner keybind videos in the top right hand corner of your screen. So when the video is done, go click that card and it'll take you to the keybinds video. You can copy those keybinds. They are very good, very simple, very close together. If you're not used to the layout of a keyboard yet because you haven't, gotten used to pressing all the keys in rapid succession, because again, you're switching from controller to keyboard and mouse, and you need to learn a couple of things before you start flailing your hands around the keyboard like you're some freaking mongrel or something like that. You need to learn how to do the basics, and once you get the basics down, then you can go a step up, which I again have another video for that, and again, links down below if you want to see that video. But again, just click the card in the top right hand corner. You'll get some amazing beginner keybinds that I used in the beginning, and that helped me improve and transition into a very decent player. Now we're going to be talking about mouse pads. Now, what I want you guys to understand is just don't get one of these things. I've seen myself, I literally got one of these things, or I had one of these things in the beginning when I was just starting on keyboard and mouse, and I suggest if you guys have one of these, gently pick it up, take it outside, and set it on fire, because they are so bad for your wrist. They'll probably give you carpal tunnel by the age of like 11. So please, I'm not saying that you guys are all under 11, but I mean, you get the point. It'll give you carpal tunnel very soon, as opposed to a good mousepad like the HyperX cloth mousepad or the HyperX speed mousepad. I currently use the HyperX cloth mousepad, and it's good for doing schoolwork, it's good for doing gaming, it's good for editing, it's good for everything in between. And if you want to buy this exact mousepad that I have, links are down below. I highly recommend you pick up this product. But if you're only into gaming and you don't really care for the multi-functionality of the cloth mousepad, you can go with the HyperX speed mousepad. This mousepad is specifically made for gaming. It's a very fast mousepad, and it just makes your mouse glide like crazy. So if you're strictly a gamer and you don't care about the multifunctionality of a cloth mousepad, get the speed pad. But if you want the whole package, get the wonderful HyperX cloth mousepad. Not sponsored, by the way. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna want a lot of mouse room to accommodate your mouse, because if you don't have a lot of mouse room, how are you expected to do full 360s and crank and do all that kind of stuff with a small mousepad? You just can't. That is why I highly recommend a large mousepad. It doesn't strictly need to be HyperX, but from my personal experience, because I own HyperX mousepads, I definitely recommend you give them a try. And plus, they're like $30 on Amazon, so go cop one, links down below, and you will not be disappointed. So I know at the beginning of the video, I'm gonna tell you tips and tricks, and you might have to buy a couple things, but the whole video has been about buying things. Well, I mean, buying all that stuff is a very key step into starting on keyboard and mouse, because, you know, you gotta start somewhere. We all start somewhere, but I don't want you guys to start off on the wrong foot, improving on something that's only gonna damage your actual health by putting your wrist at risk and a whole bunch of other things. So just start off with some very cheap, nice quality products, just so that you can avoid hurting yourself accidentally because you have some very bad products. Now, I don't want to stretch this video out super long, but we're going to talk about keyboards for 1 second here. Now, I have an entire video dedicated to the best cheap keyboards that you can buy for Fortnite and any game that are mechanical in 2020. And again, if you want to check out that video, links are down below, or there's a card in the top right hand corner of your screen. Click that when the video is over, and you can see exactly what keyboards that you should buy, because they are very good value. And I even used some of the keyboards that I recommended, because they are great quality keyboards for a very affordable price. And if you're really struggling on which keyboard you should buy, just do not buy a membrane keyboard, get a mechanical one. And if that's all you want to know, then that's all you need to know. Just do not buy a membrane keyboard. Try and start off with the good stuff. And for the final section, the one that you guys have probably been waiting for, is practice. Now, you're gonna need to practice. It's not gonna come easy. You're gonna need to grind every single day for like 3 hours. Because I know we're probably all busy. We probably have some busy lives. But if you don't, you can easily pump out 8 hours of creative and Team Rumble and all that kind of stuff, just so you can knock down all the basic walls of improving on keyboard and mouse. That's what I did in the beginning, is I would just sit in a creative and crank and build and practice all these new things, and I would be improving super fast because I was having a good time while I was playing and practicing. So if you think that doesn't sound fun, like, oh, I don't want to build by myself or whatever, then get a group of friends together. Now, I've seen a bunch of comments from you guys concerned that you don't have any friends, and that's where I come in. I will be your friend if you want to play some Fortnite with me and improve on keyboard and mouse. Add me. My epic name is xfierces, and I would be glad to teach you a couple of things about improving on keyboard and mouse, because I've been there, I've done that, and I know it's very stressful, and I know that you need to put a lot of work into it. So if you guys want to add me, I'll add you guys back, and we can get in a couple games, and I can show you exactly how to improve just like I did. But if you do have some friends, gather them in a creative and just build, and just go on a random block island and free build and 1v1 and do a whole bunch of other things, and just keep practicing your builds. Do this every single day until you gain enough confidence to get into a regular match. From then, just keep going, keep grinding, keep practicing. Putting in the hours is what's gonna make you see the results. So don't expect this to happen overnight, because I gave up on keyboard and mouse like 8 bazillion times, and I know one of you watching this video right now probably has already quit keyboard and mouse. You're holding your controller in your hand and you're like, I'm already good on controller, why would I even switch to keyboard and mouse? It seems like such a stupid idea. But you need to understand that, I mean, to be fair, this is a controller meta, but at the same time, keyboard and mouse is such an important skill to learn, because not only can you implement it into Fortnite, but you can use it on every single game that you play. So if you learn keyboard and mouse on Fortnite, you've basically learned keyboard and mouse for every single game out there. So that is one of the amazing benefits of keyboard and mouse, and it's just so much more comfortable in my opinion. And if you play claw and controller, that's so bad for you. Try and pick up a keyboard and mouse, give it a try, and if you've already put your keyboard and mouse away, go get it out of your closet, set that thing back up, and keep practicing, because I know you can do it, because I was in your shoes. If I can do it, if I can do it, you can definitely do it. You just need to put in the time, effort, work, and dedication, and you will see the results. And guys, for the moment that you guys probably didn't even know was coming, I'm gonna give you guys a quick montage of my entire progression from a very bad keyboard and mouse player to a decent keyboard and mouse player. And I want you guys to see exactly how much I improved in 1 year using these tips and these cheap products like the cheap keyboard and mouse and mouse pad and everything like that. I just want you guys to see how much just a bit of practice and decent peripherals can do to you.